Here we go. We're live with Ishay Tentser. He's a Timelines AI co-founder. So Timelines is basically WhatsApp integration and automation for teams. It helps you manage multiple WhatsApp accounts effortlessly, and it's a seamless CRM integration. So Ishay is a EIC accelerator coach, devs for Israeli techs, and he's in Israel right now. It's a bit late, but his energy is still pretty good. And I describe him as a serial tech entrepreneur. He's been a mentor at Techstar for quite some time. So got a very nice trove of experience here, which we're going to discuss on the pod today. But before we do, bookwritegpt.com is presenting this podcast. BookWriteGPT is a cool software that takes all your LinkedIn posts and crafts an AI book with it that you can publish on Kindle. So if you want a free book credit, you can go to bookwritegpt.com. Ishay, welcome to the pod. Tell me a bit more
Thank
about
you.
yourself
Hi,
and
Charlie.
what you're up to.
So, as you mentioned, I run TimelinesAI. We help companies to manage multiple WhatsApp accounts, connecting them to CRM systems and to their marketing automation tools. So, I'm really exciting to be here. I'm a SaaS guy, focused on B2B software, always looking for new adventures, always looking for a new product to be involved. As I mentioned, I am EAC accelerator, so working a lot with European startups in different areas, not only in software, but of course, I really interested in software and all the AI stuff. Just finished before our call reading about new integrations and templates of Lindy AI. Are you familiar with Lindy AI?
No, tell me a bit more about it.
It's a great tool that allows you basically to use AI engines like ChatGPT or Claude and integrate it with your day-to-day tools like phone calls, emails, LinkedIn outreach, and Chrome. So today, basically, one of the biggest problem, for my opinion, with AI tools that they are not connected to the real world. So we all use Chrome, we all use emails, we all make a phone calls, and then we use in a separate windows ChatGPT or Claude or any other tool to ask questions, to create drafts, to write documents, etc. And basically, tools like Lindy AI connect the dots between the AI and the real world. Of course, I mean virtual task of the real world, not moving things up, etc. So it
Right.
can make, so
Yeah,
it can
yeah.
basically, so it can basically search for candidates for your job positions, make competitors research, uh, finding new opportunities for guests for the podcast, etc. So
Very
really
cool.
mind blowing. Yeah, really
Yeah,
mind blowing.
sometimes I just wish like there would be something that would film my screen like 24/7 and off the activities that I do on my Chrome browser just on my screen. It would create agents, automations of that. Is Lindy on that path?
Not exactly. I would say it's still run on the cloud and it's still, but you can consider it as you train Lindy bots and they code it as swarm. So basically, you can train one bot and then deploy it on multiple things. So, for example, you want to check all of your competitors. So you create one bot, you train one bot, and then you deploy it simultaneously on 100 different competitors. So it's really
Hmm.
cool. So they
Yeah.
really they really try to make things in parallel, make things simultaneously, and then bring you more results. So if the initial results are not good enough, you can easily tweak and run it again.
Yeah, it's interesting because they have various scenarios, right? But I'm always a bit scared when they're not like focused on one thing. So here they have like a lead generator. I mean, I use Apollo for
Yeah.
that. So do I need like a full tool for that? Maybe not. I'm gonna A/B test it. Then they have a lead outreach tool, and for that I use a whole different stack, right? And like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
instantly
We
would be way better. That's how I reached out to you, right? That it's way
yes,
more
yes, yes, yes.
complicated than just like sending an email, right? Like there's deliverability and all that. But yeah, I'm gonna A/B test that. Told me right now what I use for that, and tell me if I'm wrong. But that it's Zapier, right? Like just to connect everything with everything, and I just start with the
Zapiermake.com. Mhm.
yeah. Yeah, and Zapier is quite expensive as
Yeah,
of late.
yeah.
They're like 70 USD per month for like 1,000 automation. So not sure what's up with them. Maybe some private equity guys have got on the board. But let's talk about your company, Timelines AI. What are you building there, and why did you started that one?
So first of all, we are Zapier and Make partners. So we are Zapier Gold partners, and we are really familiar with the integration. They have really great integrations, very easy to use. That's why they're so expensive. So the barrier to enter it's very low. You can just, if you are not a technical guy, you can just click on the buttons and run it. Both make.com and N8N are much more complex. They are also pretty simple, but the barrier to enter is much higher, but they are 10x more cheaper. So, so it's really depends on the usage. And both, I would say, both Zapier today and N8N have a very good AI integration. So they allow you to run AI agents, collect inputs, and just run additional actions on the existing AI bot. So it's really cool. So I have run a development company called Initech, and we use a lot of WhatsApp communication both with customers and contractors. And I noticed that it's a really black hole. People don't know what's happened on their WhatsApp communication. People send you a contract on WhatsApp. People ask you very critical questions. People close deals on WhatsApp, but then it doesn't make any. It doesn't proceed to your CRM or to any other tools. So if your manager is leaving the company, his phone is going with him, and you don't have any control of it. So we had several account managers and salesperson, and once somebody left the company, we should start from scratch. And the customers are yelling and say, "Hey, you promised, you don't deliver," etc. So we say, okay, why, if WhatsApp is so important, why not taking WhatsApp to exactly the same level as emails? So basically today, most of the CRM tools have very good integration with emails, but not with WhatsApp, not with messaging. Like we started our conversation, like Lindy comparing to Instantly and Apollo. Apollo and Instantly are great tools, but they are old way to do things. I would say that the Lindy AI and I hope Timeless AI, it's a new way that you approach making business. And today, messengers, and it's depending on your location, but in Europe, in MENA area, in LATAM, and in Pacific, uh, WhatsApp is the most popular messenger for business. So you must integrate it in your workflow. It's like an email for your business. It's even more important.
Yeah, I know that. I use WhatsApp on the back end for all of my clients. But for example, again, to come back to Lindy, they script their emails with like Claude Opus 3.5. And that's a very shitty way to get emails, right? So you can't
Yes,
build the company of everything. Like you need to focus on one segment. So I think like sales companies that have acquired like a huge expertise on sales, for example, instantly, I do think they're gonna AIify and still become the number one in their niche. I wish that what you said was true. And if anything, I think like Clay would be that company. Like I'm not sure if you know about Clay,
yeah,
Clay.com.
we use Clay.
Yeah,
Great tool.
Clay is more like the future of sales. Clay are very well positioned in that market to take over.
But if you use Clay or you use Apollo or Instantly, you need to set it. You need to build your setup. It's taking your hours and even days to do great flows and great setup, and then you run it, and you can put more and more new emails, leads, etc. And it's a great machine. So it's great for scale. LinkedIn AI, it's great for a small scale. If you don't sure if you need a flow, you don't sure if you have thousands of leads or maybe only 10 leads or 20 leads, it's very easy to start. And then you can use it and you can switch to the old way for Apollo and Instantly dedicated tools to make your work.
Right. Apollo, I was their number one fan. I've been a partner for a while with Apollo. I'm not sure if you've also followed what happened with them, but they got banned off LinkedIn. I also got my profile suspended during the same time, still investigated what happened there. But basically, Apollo, the story of it is that they were the biggest company in their field. Everyone started using it, and that triggered a spam response from Outlook and Gmail. They literally
Yeah.
like created a spam response from these companies. So my question is like, yeah, is democratizing sales and cold email gonna break it apart again? And isn't like knowing about deliverability and a specific setup that is technical, isn't that how you distinguish yourself? Isn't it that the only way to succeed in that space? Probably, because I think like as we get better at cold email and outreach, these spam filters are auto upgrading themselves.
Yeah, 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 for sure. So again, I would make an example from marketing and sales. So for marketing, when you want to run on a high scale, you definitely need a good technical setup to avoid to scamming, to avoid spamming, etc. But if you are a salesperson and you want to reach 50 people or maybe 100 people, a very small scale, you don't need to invest your time in all this setup. You
Right.
just need a tool to try it and get results after an hour or so. So that's why, for example, I compare Apollo with longer setup and this tools like Lemlist. They also banned from LinkedIn.
Yes,
Yeah,
Lemlist and Seamless, they all got like banned at the same
yeah, yeah,
time. It's just pretty
yeah,
interesting, and it's cool that we're talking about it because I know that from your background, you managed a LinkedIn growth agency at some point, right? Like I know that
yes,
you're
yes,
somewhat
yes.
familiar with that. I can see the use case for WhatsApp and not losing the information, right? Like that is quite valid, and also sending potentially like mass messages on WhatsApp, or can you also get banned off WhatsApp for doing that?
Of course, of course, of course. You can always be banned on almost any channel. So you need to use it really as a personal communication tool. So I think that best usage of WhatsApp, it's not sending thousands or 10,000s of messages, but if you have a great network, a big network, so please do. But it's really making it very personalized, but keeping in touch with your network, keeping in touch with your customers, with your leads, and syncing into your CRM, to your other marketing automation stack. So
Right.
basically, if you want to reach your people and use omni-channel approach, why not connecting email, LinkedIn, and WhatsApp? So I think that we all are in a few different channels, but why not combining it together to make it one?
Right. So you have the Unibox feature. That's quite interesting. But what caught my attention is the ChatGPT integration, of course. So can I send mass custom message at scale from my WhatsApp with your tool?
Yes, but again, I don't think it's the best usage. I would suggest you basically, for example, you mentioned our unified shared inbox. So you can connect different accounts of your company. So let's assume you are a manager and you have 10 salespersons in your team and you want to control their WhatsApp communication. So you can use ChatGPT to make summaries of their chats and send it to you daily or weekly or monthly. So it's much healthier usage than just making and sending big number of chat GPT generated messages. Yes, you can do it. You can do it personalized messages. We have a feature of auto response. So if you reached by somebody during your sleep or during your vacation, we can reply and collect information, and then you can proceed the sales communication from the place the bot it's left it there. But again, I would really recommend on personalization, not on scale. I would
Right.
say that for scale, use standard methods like emails. We all understand that email is very scammy, and you receive a lot of different marketing materials on emails. But be very, very gentle on WhatsApp or on any other messengers. Think about it as a personal communication. People can
Yes.
block you on WhatsApp. People can block you on any messenger. Think that you send a message to a friend. Don't push hard, okay, bye, bye, bye. Just think how to get interesting, how to start a communication, and then use it to send documents, to send the images, to send video, and get a very quick reply. So on
Right.
emails, if you receive an email in the evening, you don't open your work inbox in the evening. It will wait for the next day or to Monday if it's Sunday or weekend. But if you receive a message, a document, a contract on WhatsApp, there is a higher chance that you will review it in the same time or just after the dinner. So use it
Right.
very gently.
Right. Okay. And on your side, how do you acquire your customers, and how do you, once you made the first contact, first discovery call, how do you follow up with them to close? What's your full GTM process?
So first of all, we use all the regular outbound techniques for B2B SaaS. So we use email marketing, we use LinkedIn marketing. We have a very good SEO. We create a lot of content. We distribute our content both organically and paid. So we use the paid advertising, etc. We have PLG project. So most of the teams, let's say small and mid-sized teams, they start a free trial and they can easily try and see the benefits of our product. You can connect your CRM in one click. You can connect your WhatsApp in one click, and you just set it and use it. For bigger team, of course, we do onboarding calls. We help them with integrations. We have a lot of Zapier templates, make templates. So we send them a lot of information. We provide them. We use AI in our support as well. So we have always available on support. We have automatic translation. So basically, we can answer you in your language, even if it's not English. Most of the world of WhatsApp usage of WhatsApp users don't speak English. So think about Latam, Spanish or Portuguese. Think about main area, Arabic, mainly Arabic, Turkish or any other language. So we are a very international team and we have a very international approach. For many companies, say, okay, you need to just to make perfect on one language, for example, English or French, and then you duplicate. We have our site is automatically translated to 20 languages. So we have a very international approach, and I think that it's part of AI, and we call Timeless AI, to make it more personalized and more dedicated to our customers. So our customers based in many different countries, we need to align with them.
Right. Want to ask you, you've got into like the ICO craze in 2020. What happened there? Why did you get into that?
We just, I led a technical software development company, and we received several consulting projects on Bitcoin, on different platforms. So people invite us to ask our opinion about different ICOs, and we got a little bit involved. Nothing serious, nothing too successful, but I really get a first impression on different blockchain initiatives. It's a pretty shame that we didn't see a lot of real life value from blockchain. I think the blockchain idea, it's a great idea, it's a great approach, but we don't see real usages of blockchain in day-to-day life. If we
Right.
compare AI and blockchains, so AI is just boom, enter our life.
Exploded.
Exploded. Every day you see more and more AI agents, AI tools that you can implement, use it in the same time.
Yeah,
With
exploded on
blockchain,
value, right? Blockchain and crypto, quote unquote, exploded, but on hype.
yeah, on hype. Exactly. It was pretty shame to see people just thinking about the hype, about the next party, about saying to their investors, "We'll be big, we'll be the
To the
biggest
moon.
to the moon," and then don't provide a real life value.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Last question, but not least, how is it for you to build in Israel, granted the ongoing conflict right now?
Look, we are very resilient people. We understand that life it's not always easy and pleasant. We work hard, we play hard. We have very international and very supportive team members. We put politics aside, so we will always focus on work. We always focus on business. I have a pleasure of having customers in different countries, even in countries that are not in very peaceful agreements with Israel. And I hope that SaaS and business will build a bridge that will allow people to work together without thinking about politics and conflicts, etc.
Love
Like
that.
make peace, like make business together.
Right. Ishay, where can people find out more about you and your business?
Good place to catch me. It's on LinkedIn. I'm always on LinkedIn. Ishay Tentser on LinkedIn. Timeless AI co-founder, so it's very easy to find me. They also can catch me on email, Ishay, Ishay, at timelines.ai.
It was Ishay Tensor and Charles